get started with module number 1. So today we're going to talk about Introduction to QuickBooks Online Accountant, and we'll go through 6 different lessons on kind of fleshing out what that looks like. So your learning outcomes are to differentiate between QuickBooks Online Accountant and QuickBooks Online, understand the benefits of QuickBooks Online Accountant, identify the supported browsers, navigate in QuickBooks Online Accountant, manage your team and your clients in QuickBooks Online Accountant, and understand the QuickBooks Online ecosystem. Okay, so starting with browser requirements. The supported web browsers for QuickBooks Online are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Edge, and Safari, but that's for Mac only. So your browser is the operating system for QuickBooks Online Accountant and QuickBooks Online. It's important to use either Chrome or Firefox to ensure optimal performance. Some features and functions may not operate as expected when operating under different browsers such as Edge, Safari, or Internet Explorer, which is now disabled anyway. So those other than Chrome and Firefox, they are not fully supported. Sometimes you can still use them, but they don't have the same guaranteed functionality as Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. So it's important to note that your QuickBooks Online or QBOA account is not the same as that of your clients. So QuickBooks Online, we call it QBO, or QuickBooks Online Accountant, QBOA. They are 2 separate things. The client's view of QBO is identified by the QB Intuit QuickBooks in the top left here. So as you can see, right there. And then we have the company name and a single purpose navigation bar. So it is very important, and probably one of the questions we get asked the most is what's the difference between QBOA and QBO? And I like to think of QBOA as our point of entry with a portal through to our clients' QBO accounts. Okay, and then so this is the QBOA view. So as you can see, this is slightly different. The QBOA file is identified by the QB accountant in the top, and then the drop down here has all the different files that are listed under your QBOA account, so that you can use this client switcher to switch quickly between the files. We also have these accountant tools at the top, which have added tools specifically for accountants and bookkeepers because we're using the QBOA account. And then we have some additional items on the navigation bar that are specific to that QBOA view. So I'm going to flip back one more time and reference the difference between the QBOA view. So again, the main difference that I notice is this accountant button. And then if we go backwards one, as you can see here, it says Intuit QuickBooks in the top left-hand corner when you're under the client view. Oops. Okay. So in this section here, the QBO file is identified, the client's view of QBO is identified by the QB accountant here in the top left, the company name, and the dual purpose navigation bar. So we can tell that we're in QBOA in our dashboard from these main features here. So the accountant homepage button, the client switcher, the accountant tools, and again, the Your Practice and Your Books section. So QBOA is a professional grade version of QBO with advanced file functionality and key tools to help you manage your clients and your practice. QBOA gives you the tools and resources that you need to work effectively with your clients and with your team. QBOA seamlessly integrates with QBO and makes it especially easy to work in client files. Okay, so some of those features include managing your firm's clients, staff, and work schedule. You can complete all the bookkeeping and accounting for your firm directly in QBOA. You can sign into any file with your own user ID and password, which is honestly my maybe favorite part, is that I don't have to remember 50 passwords anymore to get into each file, just one. You also reduce the time spent on client file management. You can share documents with your clients. You can open, work in client files from any supported web browser and mobile device. You can manage less technology by eliminating the needs for backups, file versions, or complicated file sharing. And you can use specific tools, including working papers and tax returns designed for accountants and bookkeepers. Files to dedicated thirdom of accountant tools and features. You can click this link here to achieve your QuickBooks Core certification. So once we're done part 1 and part benefits of completing the exam, though. One of those is to give the clients the confidence that you are knowledgeable with QBO. It also ensures that you're familiar with all the aspects of QBO. It earns you a certified Pro Advisor badge, and you can use that badge on your website, business cards, etc. You can also create or update your Pro Advisor profile in the Find a Pro Advisor referral database, and that will give you access to some like cold leads and additional resources here. Some additional resources here. We have our accountant QuickBooks training. So QuickBooks training specifically for accountants. There's also the Firm of the Future blog. There's tons of information on this. You can select the Canada resources there, and then update. Okay, so let's get into an introduction of QuickBooks Online Accountant. We are going to go through what it looks like, what this is kind of for. So these are the 5 key areas that we're going to be talking about for the next few slides. So we have our home button here, the accountant home button. We have our accountant tools, practice, number 4, and your books, number 5. Button. This is where you can click this button to go back to your QBOA list from anywhere. Button, you'll come back to this page every time. The accountant tools, then you will have this drop down that shows you quick links to these exclusive tools and commonly used accounting features in QuickBooks Online. So these links give you quick access to the chart of accounts, the journal entries, reports, and many other key areas. You also have access to exclusive tools such as notes, reclassify transactions, and letters, each of which is designed to let accounting professionals get the job done in a more efficient manner. So we'll go through that and show you what it looks like in more detail. But this is our overview. And number 3 here, we have some key icons here as well. We have the spyglass or the search button. This will give you the ability to search or view a list of recent transactions. In that spyglass, if you click into it, you'll also see an advanced search at the bottom of the search window that pops up. And at that point, you can search for specific criteria and filters in an advanced way. Then we have the bell icon. The bell icon will light up with a little pink or red button if there's anything that is brand new in QuickBooks Online. So if you see that bell icon lit up, then that will mean that you have a notification to see something new in QuickBooks Online.